The Dakar Rally is still fresh in the minds of motorsport fans, with many of them dreaming of a return to the grueling stage race to Africa. That dream may soon become a reality, but in the form of the Amageza Rally. Now, joining me to chat about the rally is Alex Nell, who is the director of the rally. Alex, the Amageza Rally, first of all, what are you wearing?
Oh, all I've got on is protective equipment. As you know, if you come off a bike in rocky terrain, you might get hurt quite seriously. So, starting at the bottom, you've got boots, you've got your neck protection, your knee protection, body protection, under armor. Then you've got your chest protector.
Got quite a large chest plate as well.
And then you've got your neck brace, which is the helmet for your neck.
Now, the Amageza, the name Amageza translates into the crazy ones. Do you have to be crazy to participate in a rally like this?
Yeah, Amageza. You need to be a bit crazy, because you're taking a big bike, you're taking it to rocky terrain, you're going to ride conditions you haven't been in before. You need to be fit and you need to be a bit crazy.
Now tell me, what exactly does Amageza entail? I mean, how long is the route? How long do you spend on the bike?
You'll spend, depending on how fast you are, you'll be spending between 6 and 14 hours on your motorbike through different terrain. Starting with next year, it's going to be a 2-day event, and it's going to be between 700 and 500 kilometers per day.
Now, there are plans to expand the Amageza Rally so that it's not just within South Africa's borders. I mean, we spoke before we came on air about expanding it and really bringing sort of Dakar back to Africa.
That is definitely the objective of the Amageza, and that is to include the whole of the SADC regions in the event and bringing economic upliftment to every single small town out there in the SADC region.
What kind of initiatives are you involved in when you do travel to these towns? I mean, do you just leave a dust of cloud, or rather a cloud of dust, or are there active programs involved in uplifting these communities?
Definitely. Look, one of the biggest objectives of the Amageza is the job creation, and also helping the poorer communities. So we're going to the smallest towns, we're hiring the schools, we're giving them money for to hire their schools. We take nothing we buy all our food, everything from the town. So at any stage, like for instance next year or this year 2012, we are bringing between 500 and 1,000 people to the town over a 3-day period.
Now, just looking at some of this equipment also that you've brought in here, I mean, essentially this is pretty much what you ride with. What does this little pack bag contain?
That's it, excluding my helmet, this is about it, from right to left. I mean, sat phone when you're lying under your bike and you need assistance. Then you've got a small medic kit in here and your just energy bars, etc. In here I've got tools to fix my bike if something should break. And of course the hat for the sun.
Fantastic. Now, tell me, just the importance also of this neck brace. Is something quite interesting about that neck brace, is that it was invented in South Africa?
Definitely. We were so fortunate that Dr. Leert actually invented this in South Africa after seeing a accident where a guy broke his neck. And he and his company has been developing this for years since then. He is also one of the sponsors for the Amageza Rally. I'm also wearing his body armor, which, I mean, this is absolutely a great piece of equipment.
Now tell me, how many participants do we have contesting this Amageza Rally this year?
Well, we've capped it at 100 riders, whereof there are very few places left. And like I said, we'll be expanding, doubling it every year.
I know that the qualifying process has been quite grueling, and there's just one question I want to ask you about before we go. There was an interesting story that made headlines recently with one of the Amageza qualifiers actually saving a young calf. Can you talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, no, that is an awesome story. I actually didn't know about it myself until I was watching some other footage, and I just saw this guy with a calf on his shoulder. I was going, what's going on here? And then I got to the end of the story and I called the guys who organized the qualifier, and the guy's name is Jan Gray. He actually saw a calf in a kennel, and the calf could just barely stand. It was so tired. So he rappelled down, picked the calf up after a huge mission, got it back on his bike, took it back to his to the farm and gave it back to the calf's parents, and everybody was happy.
Well, I hope you've allowed that contestant an entry into Amageza 2012.
He's a great ambassador for the sport.
Fantastic. Alex Nall, director of the Amageza Rally, which is due to kick off in April 2012.